Until we can all get back into the factory, we need all of our players to work out on their own at home 3 times a week and do some of the exercises almost daily. This video contains many of the exercises we do at the factory. Most of these exercises can be done without any equipment. Each player will receive a set of TheraBands for the band exercises, and if you have a yoga ball and/or Bosu ball, you can do almost all of our exercises to get the biggest benefit. A full workout schedule will be posted on our website, factorybasketball.com.
So for this one, for clams, you're always on your side. You can choose whatever side, doesn't matter. And honestly, all you're just doing is just bringing your knee up, your right knee up like this. You keep your other foot down, and you make a clam, like a clam is opening. And you do it both sides. I usually do like 3 sets of 12, but you can up it up. So for this next exercise, I usually keep this on because the third exercise after this will involve both of these bands. Usually this is like the weakest one, the yellow one, but you can use like a red one too. And this one you wrap around your ankles. So for this second exercise, instead of lifting your knees up, you lift your ankles up. And this is like another clam, basically. Okay? And then for the third exercise, you're gonna use both. So you lift up your knees first, then you lift up your foot. You bring your foot down, then you bring your knee down. So it looks like this, full motion. Okay. This one, it's kind of like your preference which band. It just matters on like how many you can do in a set. If you can do like over 20, then you should probably up the band to something thicker. So for this one, I'm gonna use a green one. Put it around your thighs above your knees again, and this time your legs are gonna be straight out. So again, you're on your side, your legs are straight out, and straight up. So for this next exercise, you kind of have to use the thickest band you can. Right now it's a black one for me, but usually there's like a gold one that's pretty thick, or like a light gray one that's like super thick. So again, you put it around your thighs above your knees, and you kind of want your feet shoulder width apart, and you want them pointing forward. A lot of people, when they start, because their hips and their knees are weak, they have them like this or this and all that other stuff. You want them faced straight forward. You want them about shoulder width apart. So you're going to be on your back, you're going to have your palms down on the floor, and you're going to make a bridge. So you go up like this, and your whole body should be straight. You're tightening your glutes, and just go up and down. For this exercise, you don't want your knees to cave in. That's bad. You want to keep them straight and strong, and it's going to burn. So you just do this.
That's one.
This is one.
How many do they do?
So you do 3 sets of 10 most of the time. Have to touch the ground when you go to the side. So plank position, that's 1. That's 2. And you do 10 of these.
Nice. Now,
so for this next one, you actually don't need a resistance band for this. This also kind of helps strengthen your core as well. So instead of doing like a regular planks are good. They help as well. But instead of doing a regular plank for this exercise, you use a side plank. So you're going to be on your side. You're going to have your legs like this. And you're going to lift your hip up. That way you're making a plank like this. You're going to try to balance yourself, and then you're going to move your leg up. And you start with like 3 sets of 12. And you do it on each side. Okay, for this one, you also don't need to use a band for this one. It's similar to a bridge, but instead of both legs tucked in, you have one sticking out. So for this one, you choose either way because you're going to do it both ways. You have one leg, moved up. You have another one straight out. Your hands are going to be on the ground, and when you move up, you make a bridge, and you have one leg in the air. And you do this for about 3 to 12. You want to make sure that this leg is straight, and you're going to try to get it as high up as possible. And you really feel in the glutes. Okay, so for this next exercise, you usually use like a tall cone. And But we don't have that right now, so we're just gonna use the trash can because this is about the size. So this is like bouncing, and you're gonna always do it on one foot. So you're gonna start with one foot, you're gonna have your hands straight out, and you're gonna bend down straight. Now for this one, it's all about balance, and you're gonna try to touch the cone. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go one way, and then you're gonna slowly go the other way. This exercise is all about balance, and you wanna make sure your back is straight, it's not like bending down. You wanna make sure your back is straight, and every time you turn, you wanna face forward. So this one is, again, about balancing. You're gonna need a Bosu ball, or you can even start off just on the floor. But for me right now, I prefer the Bosu ball. So you're gonna get up on it. You're only gonna be on one leg. And for this one, you usually need a partner, or you can use maybe a tennis ball or something and bounce it against the wall. So what you do is catch it. I'm gonna pretend someone's catching it for me. You're gonna catch it, you're gonna bring it around, you're gonna toss it. That person's gonna toss it back, bring it around, and you're just gonna keep on going. You're gonna make sure that you're balanced, you're straight, your whole body is straight, and your chest is out, and you're just catching it. Person can make it more difficult, maybe catching it lower, catching it higher, and causing you to maybe lose your balance for a second, but to learn how to regain it, and it's just really gonna strengthen your legs. Okay, so this one works more on your core, because in basketball, you obviously have to work on your core. You're gonna flip the Bosu ball so the blue part is facing up, and this one works on balance as well. You can get like a tennis ball, a baseball, or even a basketball, because what you're gonna be doing is you're kind of gonna be doing a figure 8 balancing on the Bosu ball. So you're gonna go like this, have one knee or one leg straight out, the other one up, making almost like a 90-degree angle, and you're just gonna pass the ball through. Meanwhile, you're bouncing on the Bosu ball. You can do this for maybe a minute, 30 seconds, or if you want to count, you probably have to count up to somewhere like 50. Start wherever you want, wherever you prefer, until it becomes extremely difficult. But, I usually start and do 50, and then you can work your way up from there. So for this one, you're gonna position this ball on more of your upper body, only your shoulders and your head should be touching it. So you're gonna roll out, okay? You wanna make sure your feet are at a 90-degree angle, and this part of your legs right here, make a 90-degree angle. You wanna make a bridge right here, and you're just throwing the ball up. You're gonna feel a lot in your glutes and your hips on this one. Now I guess you could probably do 3 sets of 12 to start off, or you can do 30-second intervals or something like that. But you just want to make sure your hips are up and you just make a 90-degree angle with your body. So this one, you're going to be using it for pulling the ball in. This is more like core and then a little bit of legs. So it might take you a second to get on, but maybe third time's the charm or something like that. Oh boy. So you're kind of gonna crawl over like this. You want the ball kind of on your shins. You're gonna be making a plank like this. And what you're gonna be doing is you're gonna pull the ball in with your feet. And you're gonna do maybe 3 sets of 12 to start off with. Again, you wanna make sure your core is tight and you're in a plank position. This actually is a good workout for your arms too. All right, you got it? So this next exercise, you're gonna be back on the floor again, laying down. So you're gonna start with kind of your heels on the ball a little bit. Spread your legs out a little bit. And this one, you're making a bridge. A bridge is like a reverse plank. So arms or palms down. You're gonna move your butt up, make a straight line like this and balance. And this one's gonna work on your hamstrings. You're gonna bring the ball in, make sure you're still up, back down. You don't wanna drop, because that means, you need to work on this. But you wanna make sure you're up the whole time. And you bring the ball in and tighten your hamstrings. That's where you feel the most in this exercise. You want to do about 3 sets of 12. So this exercise is also working on balance. So for a Bosu ball, most people, they think that they do it with like double squats, but for this one, to really strengthen up your thighs and a little bit of your glutes, you're actually going to only do a single squat with one leg. So you're going to get on the Bosu ball, make sure you're balanced, okay? And then you're going to squat down with one leg. For this one, you want to make sure your leg or your knee doesn't go in while you're squatting, and you want to make sure your chest is up and your face is up. You can do this in front of a mirror to watch your mechanics, to make sure you're doing it the right way. And also when you're doing this, you want to make sure that when you squat down, your knee doesn't go past your toes. And just really focus on exploding up. So for this exercise, this is going to be another squat exercise. So as you can see, I already put a resistance band over my knees. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a big old medicine ball. You're going to keep it like this and you're going to squat with it. So you want to make sure your knees don't go in on squat. That's what the resistance band is for, just to give you extra pressure and extra resistance. You want to make sure your chest is up and you're facing forward. You can even face up a little bit to make sure you're not bending down too much. And you can do about 3 sets of 12. So, I just have to make this announcement. If you don't already have like a big workout ball, you should go and get one. You can find them anywhere, like Dick's Sporting Goods, Target, whatever retail store you prefer. So, for this next one, you can do a lot of plank exercises and actually a lot of hip exercises with this one. So we're going to start with planks. So for this one, your hands are going to be on the Bosu ball like this. You want them spread apart a little bit. And you're going to be in the plank position. And you're going to usually be doing this in like sets of like 30 seconds or a minute. And so for this one, I think it's called like the saw or something. And you move it back and forth. You want to really tighten your core up, tighten your glutes a little bit to make sure you're at a straight angle. You're just going back and forth. The next one, you can do, instead of going up and down, this one you go right to left. So this one you go like this. And then the third one, you go in circles. Then you can do clockwise and counterclockwise.